Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here. I'm not cutting firewood again, just like I was last time I made a video. However, today it's quite warm out. It's below freezing temperature, but it feels warm. And up until about an hour ago, the sun was shining bright, but the clouds are moving in, the wind is picking up, starting to cool down a little bit. We have a winter storm warning. Pieces of bark in my eyeball. So, got another cold spell coming. It's going to be sub-zero. Talking about Fahrenheit, sub-zero Fahrenheit. That's real cold in Celsius. So, I've been working on getting some firewood in. The last cold spell we had 2 weeks ago, I think, pretty much killed my car. It's in bad need of a tune-up, and I tried working on it a couple of months ago, but had a spark plug that I couldn't get to budge, and I really don't want to break a spark plug to let a professional handle that. That's a real pain in the ass. I haven't had the funds to fix it, but I've got a payday coming up from a job I've been working on, so should be able to take care of that. But I haven't been anywhere in at least 10 days. I haven't left the property here in at least 10 days, maybe closer to 2 weeks, I'm not sure. Lose track. But I'm starting to run out of firewood because I cut firewood in the National Forest where I live here. About 3 or 4 miles from here to the east is where I do most of my cutting, dead standing stuff. Can't do that without a vehicle. However, things have worked out because this is my front yard here. Behind me you can see kind of an open space where the trees are sparse. That's a large bog. It's pretty huge. This would have been lakefront property probably 800 years ago, but it's all filled in with sphagnum moss and tamarack trees, and black ash, black spruce, a little bit of birch, alder, lots of alder, cattail, all that good stuff. There actually is open water out in the middle of it, a pond. It's kind of dangerous to go near it though. Floating bog, and you step on it, it moves. But so normally the last few years I have not been able to get out there. I mean, the water at the edge of it is at least waist deep. I saw it, the only reason I know that is because I spooked a deer here last summer and I saw it jump out there and it went all the way underwater and came out. So the water's been high enough here that I can't really get out in the bog. And the bog, because it's fermenting all the time, it kind of produces its own heat. And if there's a lot of snow cover on top of it, you can't really trust the ice that forms because the bog's producing heat. So you can walk on it, but you'll hear it cracking here and there, and you may go through somewhere, and that water's a little bit too deep and mucky for me to chance going on it. However, we've had hardly any snow this winter, and we've had some very cold temperatures, so there's a solid layer of ice out there. I can walk out there. There's hardly any snow, so it's easy to walk out there. So I've been cutting a lot of dead standing black ash and black spruce, which are both good firewood. So it worked out. Didn't have a car to go cut firewood in the forest with, but I can cut firewood right out here. Unique circumstances. So I've been cutting with an axe, cutting them down with an axe and kind of bucking them up with my pruning saw, Silky Zubat, I don't know. Works well. I don't carry my chainsaw out there. But now that I have a good pile of logs up here, I'll go ahead and buck those up with the chainsaw and get them split. Get them stacked in the shed. That's stuff that I cut yesterday. So by the time I get all this cut and split, I should have plenty enough wood to make it through a real cold spell, which I guess is going to last about a week, maybe longer. Sub-zero temperatures. I'm kind of looking forward to it. But I'm done hauling wood. I've been carrying out the logs on my shoulder back to here. And I was actually working on a t-shirt today, kind of generating some heat using an axe and carrying logs, you know, and it's fairly warm and sunny out. But I left my axe and my claw out there, so I got to walk back and get it. So I figured I'd take you folks along and take a look at the frozen bog with me. I'm going to pause. We'll be right back. All right. Smoking some Yuli's Blend 71. Yuli's is a pipe shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, established, as it says, in 1939. No name, sandblasted billiard. It's just stamped Italy on the bottom. Once I got it broken in, very nice smoking pipe. So I used to smoke a lot of Yuli's blends because the Book World that I used to go to, which was a bookstore pipe shop, well, they had cigars and kind of specialty cigarettes as well. That was really the only place around here to buy pipe tobacco, other than the over-the-counter blends. You can probably see my trail's pretty well established walking through here, and we're on ice right now. Solid ice. As far as I can tell, it's about 9 inches, 10 inches thick. Never seen it on the bog like that before. But yeah, used to buy Yuli's pipe tobacco at Book World. They didn't carry all the blends, but they carried a lot of them. And between probably the winter of 2005 and the summer of 2011, that was most of the pipe tobacco I smoked, unless I took a trip out to Pennsylvania and visited my parents and bought pipe tobacco at the nice shops there. So I tried most of those blends with Bishop's Move. I don't remember if I tried that one back then or not. I seem to think I did, but anyway, I like Bishop's Move. I recently got some more of it. It's changed. It's not the same blend. But I used to smoke Golden Shag and Blend 71 and Blend Double Aught and Old Shoe, Hunt Club, Pride of Wisconsin, all those blends and more. But I think, like Bishop's Move, this blend has changed significantly. It doesn't taste much at all like I remember it. It isn't bad, but it doesn't taste like I remember it tasting. I can't confirm that exactly because I don't have any of this. The Bishop's Move I was able to confirm because I have a jar of that that's 6 or 7 years old. Whistle, whistle. There we go. And it definitely doesn't taste like it used to. It's good, it's still good, but it doesn't taste like it used to. This is the same way. I don't know. I could be wrong, but my guess is that Either they have a different blender, I think they do all their blending in-house, or perhaps they can't get the tobaccos that they could before. I don't know. Just my thought. I can't really speculate on it. I don't know. All I know is that it doesn't taste how I remember it tasting, but it's not bad. Place where I get my cigars and pipe tobacco, they have a small selection. It's a little bait/liquor/tobacco store. Been shopping there for years too, and they carry some Yuli's blends. And that's where I got this. Come on, there we go. It's kind of a coarse cut. Smokes well. I like it. Like most English style blends, it's okay. Nothing particularly special, but it's okay. This is not where I left my axe. Talking, wandered off on the wrong trail. What I do when I'm looking for dead black ash trees is I keep my eyes on the tops of the trees, and I look for dead tops. Then I'll walk up to the tree and see if there's any live branches anywhere, see if the bark is pulling on it. And if the bark's coming off of it in strips and the top appears dead and there's no new buds, I'll whack it with the axe and see if it rings or if it thuds. If it thuds, it's probably too punky. But if it rings, it's going to be good solid hardwood. Maybe a little past its prime, but good enough. Anyway, it's really nice walking in here. It's just very, very pleasant. It's not normally my habit to leave my axe laying anywhere. I usually carry it back and forth with me, but that last log I carried was a little bit too big to have anything in my spare hand. I needed both hands for it. You can see I left my claw there so I'd be able to see the orange handle, and the axe is up off the ground. I'll show you one of these. Well, here's an example. There's actually quite a bit of that black ash down here. See how the bark is peeling? Comes right off. You can see the dry wood. Rings a little bit when you tap on it. Pipe's about done. Beautiful blue sky day. This one, it's got the bark hanging off in big strips, and the top is completely gone. And at least this section of it is solid. I'm guessing the base is probably quite punky, and I imagine the top is as well, but this whole center section here, see all that bark peeling off? But this one's going to be a little hard to get down because it's pretty tangled up in that other tree. So what I'll do is cut the bottom free and just keep pulling on it. I might even tie a rope around it and pull the bottom along on the ice. Nice to be out here, wandering around in the woods, cutting trees and hauling them. I love it. peaceful, silent day, other than a little bit of traffic noise about 6 miles away from here. Or actually about 2 miles away from here. I haven't heard another human being all day, and even the traffic noise isn't particularly loud. And I'm not really that remote, you know, I'm 7 miles from town, something like that. There's neighbors around here. Other than my axe ringing on the wood, and just a hint of traffic noise far away. Haven't heard anybody else. Haven't really thought about anything except what I'm doing. The outside world was not interfering in my reality today. Well, y'all take care. Get outside.